These are ladybugs and flowers in prints. I love these. Now you're getting 3 pieces of Nestable Nostalgic Ladybug printed canisters. 1 5-cup canister, 1 8-cup canister, and 1 12 3/4 cup canister for a total of over 25 3/4 cups. These are special, and if you pop these in the top rack of the dishwasher, they will not wash off, and that pattern goes all the way around the container. Now, this is an expiring price, customer top rated, so the price and the Easy Pay will both go away at the end of the day today. We are not reordering this item. So these are final quantities, sale pricing for $19.98, and you get all 3 for a total of 25 3/4 cup capacity. Let's invite in Janine Ferrillo, who is our LocknLock brand ambassador, and she joins us live via Teams from her home. And these are beautiful, Miss Janine. Now, do they nest down with their lids?
They sure do. So if you have room for this largest one, which is 12 3/4 cup, then you have room for all 3 pieces. So I'm just going to keep going here. I'm going to take it out. This is your middle-sized one that's 8 cups. And then lastly, here is the 5-cup, David. So really nice way to store because you're saving space in your cabinetry, which is always important because we know that's precious real estate. Am I right?
Right.
So now you put those lids back on. You pop the small into the medium, and then you just keep going. Easy to lock, one hand. We want to make sure everything's always easy for you to open. Put that into the largest, and then there you have all 3 pieces as you continue to just lock the lid. We are airtight and watertight, of course, with our LocknLock. Here I'll show that famous seal. Airtight, watertight, BPA free. So we want you to feel safe to heat and eat right out of your LocknLock, and dishwasher, freezer, microwave safe. And a lot of people say to me, Janine, what are you bringing in? Any new prints? And I'll tell you, this Ladybug is one of my absolute favorite prints. These will not come off in the dishwasher, and they will not come off in the microwave. And so that's something I know that people question, but I'll tell you what, we make these to last. Great shot right there. Thank you. You could see that the ladybugs are all decorative. Their shells all different, right? Which is really cute. Their wings, love that. The only difference is the color of the lid on these. So you're getting all the same ladybugs and those daisies, but you change the color of the lid, and that's what's the difference right there.
Now, it's important to know that if you have been invited to a neighborhood block party, a backyard barbecue, and you have been assigned to bring something, you want to bring it in a container that is appropriate. Now, there are deviled eggs. Maybe you've been assigned to deviled eggs, or you've been assigned to proteins like hamburgers, hot dogs, meats that you're bringing to the gathering. Whatever the case may be, this fits in a cooler very nicely. And remember, it has the spring and summer prints. I know that we're calling these spring prints, but this is something that would be just as appropriate for summer because those are daisies and ladybugs, yes?
Absolutely. I think really all year, you could keep using these, of course, but yes, definitely spring and summer. We find those ladybugs throughout the summertime, of course, as well. Ladybugs are my favorite. It's a thing between my mom, me, and her mother. So I'm very fond of these. I think they're precious. I have a dip right here. This is a spinach Parmesan dip, David. I'm going to just flip that lid. We like to break the suction of the seal, and then this acts as a splatter guard. Just want to show you that, again, you can microwave these. Do not worry about that print coming off. This one's my 5-cup. So I'm going to put that in the microwave right beneath me here. We're going to heat that up. And then while that's heating, I have this Amish market that I go to on the weekends, a lot of times they're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I get this pasta salad. Well, this container here, it's not airtight and watertight. So I take it out, right? This is 2 pounds, and I just put it right into my LocknLock, which is so much nicer. It looks nicer when you're getting ready to eat, when you're setting it to the table. And even if you're not setting it to the table, David, maybe you're just putting that right on your lap and getting your fork and going to town, whatever it is. It's going to stay fresher in here for longer. But this is nice because this 8-cup, this is 2 pounds of the pasta salad. I could definitely get more in here, and I could zhuzh this up, as you and I often talk about. We could add our own ingredients to this. Once you get home, doctor it up a little bit. Nobody needs to know.
There's no shame in your game if you buy pre-made food at the supermarket or the farmer's market, whatever the case may be. This is going to work out really nicely, and you get these beautiful prints, but it is an expiring price. Price and Easy Pay go away at the end of day today. Now, the end of day today is also the end of our birthday surprise pricing. So if you are looking to pick up and save money, then you want to pay special attention to the expiring end of day stories. These are very, very popular. They're customer top rated, and over 200 have been ordered. Now, we have color choices, but the color is only in the lid. And I believe, JP, we should show these probably on .com. Is that right? Okay. Now, we have these available for you in, is that berry? Berry.
Yes.
Fewer than 450 in the berry. Then we have jade green. Fewer than 450. We have the purple. Fewer than 700. And then finally the red. And red is the most popular and our best bet in terms of quantity. So grab these while you can. Remember, these are customer top rated, but the price and the Easy Pay will go away at end of day today. They will all nest with their lids down inside one another, and all together, all 3 containers together, are 25 3/4 cups. This is huge.
Yeah, this really is. It's a nice set that you can just keep on hand. I just went over to a friend's house last night, brought some of my LocknLock, brought a nice dip and some chips and other things. And I said, oh, keep the LocknLock. So it's nice to give as a gift. People love to receive LocknLock. I promise you that. And then you can just give it out as needed. And of course, keep it, of course, if you want. Now, I just took this out of the microwave. Here's that dip. And just again, I'm just going to show you, you're not rubbing off that print. Can't get that to come off. I mean, don't worry. It's made to be used every single day in the kitchen. So no worries there. Now, another thing I did was, when I was at that same Amish market, I got this clamshell has a little quiche in it. So I have a bacon, egg, and cheese quiche. You know what I'm going to be eating and popping in the oven afterwards?
Quiche.
So what we did is, you got that right. So what we did is, we use this upside down, right? So we could show you different ways we like to use LocknLock so that you don't ever have to worry about smashing it. Maybe it's a little pie that you want to put in here. You can use that larger 12 cup as well. Maybe it's a cake that's not really high. I wouldn't put a lemon meringue, but I'm just saying a smaller one, pie. Here, you can see that you're able to do that. So that's just a different way to use it, which is wonderful. And then pop that lid back on. And you can see it's just easy use that way for you. Love that.
So if you're buying a specialty item and it fits inside one of these containers, flip it upside down and use the lid as a cake plate. This works out really nicely.
That's right.
So please stay on the line. And remember, we have color choices, but the color is only in the lid. And the patterns are going to be the same, the daisy and the ladybug. Now, we have berry. We have jade green, purple, and finally the red. All this is K98134. Thank you, Janine Graff, or excuse me, Janine Ferrillo. Janine Graff is another.
That's
Janine.
all right, my friend.
We have many Janines at QVC, but Janine Graff brings Simply Stunning to QVC. That's different than LocknLock. Right. Janine Ferrillo and Just Janine on Instagram, yes?
That's Home with Janine. You
oh,
got
Home with
it.
Janine. Home with Janine. I'm firing all cylinders today.
I will see you tomorrow in the kitchen with you, my friend. We're going to be kicking off a really nice big deal. So I'm excited.
We're looking forward to your being here and to keep me out of trouble.